right, we have Mia here from Mogodore. Talk to us about, you have the opportunity to wrestle in the Pittsburgh Wrestling Classic. What's your experience been like so far?
It's been really fun. I mean, I love the team. It's obviously a really big deal, and I'm honored to be here. And I honestly didn't expect to be here, so that means a lot.
Yeah. Had you heard of the event before, or was this all learning about it?
A little bit. Not much, admittedly, but I didn't really learn much about it until I got the email saying that it was a possibility for me to wrestle here.
So did it sink in at all about being in such a historic event and being the first girls duel?
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I got here, and then seeing, like, especially the banquet, how big of a setup it is, that we were going to have to be doing these big interviews, that I guess I realized it's a big deal and making history, yeah.
How'd you like the interview process out there with Flo?
It was nerve-wracking, admittedly, but I mean, I don't think I sounded too stupid.
No, I'm sure you didn't. How has wrestling prepared you for stuff like that? Like, so not even the wrestling on the mat part, but how has wrestling helped prepare you for doing things outside your comfort zone?
It's just a big confidence thing, honestly. Like, especially starting off, I wasn't very confident in wrestling, and then I guess knowing that things aren't as scary as they seem to be, getting into it, I know that that's something that I can do, and then it just transfers over.
And then wrestling in college next year, right? Tell the folks where you're going to be competing next year.
I'm going to be competing at Gaetjens College, and I'm going to major in biochemistry.
That's awesome. Have you wrestled much freestyle? Are you excited about freestyle?
I haven't wrestled very much freestyle. I've only wrestled one tournament at Viper Pit last year, so I've had five total matches, and I had no idea what I was doing going into it. I'd never done a freestyle clinic or anything. Kind of was learning as I went, and it was just a big shock and a little bit of a transition, but I feel like I did pretty well considering that it was my first big national tournament. It was my first time wrestling freestyle, and I was happy with how I did.
Yeah. Talk about, Mogodore's a pretty small school, right? What's the support been like for you and the other girls on your team, or you personally, to get to where you are today?
Honestly, Mogodore is such a supportive place. Like, there was never any hesitancy with girls joining. I mean, my little sister joined in 3rd grade, and there were a couple other girls that joined with her. So girls being in the program hasn't been like a new thing. So, and our coach is super supportive. He says that he doesn't see us as any different from the guys. He says we put in the same work, the same effort. We shouldn't be treated any differently. So it's been great growing up in Mogodore. It's been a great program. So
that's awesome. What do you feel like wrestling changed at all in your 4 year, girls wrestling specifically changed in the 4 years you were in high school? And can you talk about those changes?
Yes, very much so. My freshman year, I maybe had 3 girls tournaments, and it was mostly just wrestling. Guys still doing a lot of duels, that type of thing. And then as I progressed through high school, more girls tournaments started popping up. I mean, I had so many this year, and I think that's just a great thing to see all the growth.
Did you wrestle in the unsanctioned tournament and the sanctioned state tournament?
Yes, I did. I wrestled 2 in the unsanctioned, then 2 in the sanctioned.
And then did those feel significantly different?
Yeah, especially being in the shot center. Like, it's just so much bigger than just like a high school, and it felt a lot more real, like not just like another normal tournament.
That's great. Anything else you want people to know?
Not really.
All right, thanks, Mia.